Howdy! Here on Wednesday, October the 16th, I decided I wanted to open the video like Minnie Pearl. For no fucking reason. Just for fucking cuz. It's my fucking video, not yours. I do what I want. Whatever, I do what I want. Hoes. Boats and hoes. Yes. I don't fucking know. Pixie's thirsty. She's getting a drink. I don't know if you can hear it. I had a bottle left over of water from Parks and Rec. And I've been slowly filling up our cup over here that Mom didn't know she was giving Minxie a place to drink. Over here in my saddlebag, right? Well, those are my beans. Those are my beans. The day of my incident, you know, Mom got me a cup of water to drink, and I drank none of it. What do I have on my... Is that better? Is that worse? What is that? Why is that? Where is... No. Why is Gamora? I don't know. Or is that just like a shiny piece of ass? Yeah, all that secondhand smoke. Did that make it better? That did not take it away. That did not... Alright, well there's just like this little dotty thing right there for no reason, which is apparently just going to be there on my face this whole time. I won't look at it, but unfortunately now that I've pointed it out, you probably can't not look at it. Sorry. But anyway. But yes, the water. Mom got me a cup of water that day that I was having the breathing issues that led to finding blood clots in my lungs. If you don't know the whole story, this is the first time you've come across my videos and don't know the story. But I didn't drink any of it. But Minxie sure did. She's like, "Oh, you got me a new place to get a drink from." So now I have to keep this cup full of water so that Minxie has a place to drink outside of the bowl that she has in the kitchen. Or every once in a while when she'll jump up on the sink in the bathroom and want me to turn the sink on for her. Because she's the queen of it all. But yeah, Parks and Rec was a lot easier going today. We got out and they're doing like a haunted hayride. Well, when I first got there, they were working on piecing together a pool-torial, as I came to call it, a tutorial on the stuff that, like winterizing the outdoor pool. So like Mallory was typing it up and putting in the pictures that she took and getting advice from Riley and Peter, like, what did you see? Because it was kind of like, we didn't really... She was kind of on different tasks than we were on, or Riley and Peter. I didn't really do much but stand there. But, with the burping, you had to burp the pool to get all the water out of the lines. So it's kind of like they were trying to piece together, like, when did we do that? And did we do that at the same time we did this? And blah, blah, blah. But then we went... Gabe wanted to try the trailer down the trail at Cave Hollow for the haunted hayride that they're having Saturday. Pretty sure it's Saturday. They're doing something Friday too, but I don't think Parks and Rec is involved in that. I don't think I'm involved in Saturday either. I don't think I'm involved in the hayride. I don't really know. I haven't asked. I keep intending to ask if I'm supposed to be there or if it's just the full-time people. I don't know. But anyway, so we took a drive out to Cave Hollow, a very slow drive. Got to ride in the Polaris, the brand new Polaris that he just picked up yesterday or the day before, maybe. He's only had it for like a day or two. So he was kind of showing the other people how to, drive it and whatever, because I don't drive anything. you know, um, and then we went out to Cave Hollow and drove down the trail and cut down some trees that might have been in the way, and then we came back. Well, they took their one of the wheels is low, so they had to take it in to get. Well, Peter thought that it was getting replaced, but I guess it was supposed to be repaired. Gabe intended for it to be repaired, not replaced. So they took the wheel off that and took that into the shop, to the wheel shop, not our shop, whatever, to get that done. While they were at lunch, and I went over and mowed by the front of the pool because Riley mentioned something about it needed it. It's going to need to be mowed pretty soon. I intended to do that at one point, but then forgot. So it's like, well, I guess I'll go over and do that. And now there's weed eating to be done over there for tomorrow. If, they all go to lunch and I'm there with nothing to do, I can go weed eat by the pool, make it prettier, even though the pool's closed, so it doesn't matter. It's winterized, it's closed for sure now. But anyway, and regular work, I don't want to talk about it. Because we redid the soup mod. Well, Francesca, Jennifer, and Amy redid the soup mod. I think they were the only three working on it. I was over in the Asian section, which all the ramen cups and stuff were some of them, not all of them. Apparently, we were getting new ramen cups in the but the bags of, ramen or whatever, 5-pack of ramen, whatever. Those were actually going down in the ramen section, above, where you can get the single packages and yada yada yada. So, but Chris ended up coming over and helping me with that. So that was good. Because it was at first it was kind of frustrating because it was it was so much to do, and they were it's got to get done to, I know it's not them, it's somebody up above them is oh, it's got to get done tonight. It's a big fucking deal to get it done tonight. I guess, I don't know, that just sets me off in a pissy mood. I know, there again, I know it's not their fault. It's someone, one of the higher up bosses, one of their bosses is the one that's get it done or whatever. So it's it's got to get done tonight. It's I don't know. It was, but Emily did say to pat ourselves on the back because, that was an amazing job that we did, because it was oh my god, the aisle was such a clusterfuck. It's things are all moving around, and it's oh my god. So we had quite a few carts up in the aisle, and then later people came down to stock the freight that was over there, and then they had to get top stock down to have room for the extra stuff that we had left over. So it was quite an ordealio, but it ended up getting done. So that was good. And now I have my dollar beans. As you can see, it's $1 on clearance. It's the Bush's Grillin' Beans Southern Pit Barbecue. Boldly crafted with diced onions and red bell peppers in a rich barbecue sauce. So I figured for $1, I ended up buying 2 of these. I was if I like it, because there was plenty of them there, I was if I like it, I'm going to go get me some more of those when I go back tomorrow. But we shall see on that. But yeah, so that's been my day since we last talked, I guess. So now it's time for a question. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? All of it. When was the last time you screamed? And why? when was the last time I screamed? Okay. Bringing up trauma. Thank you. Thank you so much. It doesn't have to be trauma. Sometimes you just scream from frustration. I wish we had a room, seriously, at work, not Parks and Rec, but my regular job. I wish we had a soundproof room that we could go in and just fucking scream our goddamn lungs out, because that would have set me straight last night. Because I got frustrated immediately as soon as it started, and it's like if we could just have like this padded like soundproof room where we could just go in and be like fuck, and just get out the and move on with our day. I think that would be beneficial for everyone's mental health. Sometimes you need it, Sometimes you definitely need it. But why did I scream the last time I screamed? Sometimes I sneeze really loud. I don't think that counts, though. I sneeze really loud on purpose because, the ceilings are high at work, and it makes a nice loud noise. I sneezed really loud one time when Peter and I were out at not Cave Hollow. We were out at Lions Lake, or what's the name of the Culp Park that's right there across from Lions Lake. There's all these trails and stuff. We were going down the trails because apparently somebody said something about a tree that was down. So we were going down the trails trying to find the tree, and Peter was cutting down everything else that he saw that looked like it needed to be cut out of the way. But while we were up there, we were in the hills and valleys. I sneezed really loud, and it echoed. It almost echoed better than like in the store. Like it was pretty good. I don't know. That's a sneeze, though. Does that count? I guess I'm not much of a screamer. I'm not much of a grower. I'm not much of a shower. I just have many problems. But I don't know. Like, I don't really. I mean, sometimes I'll make loud noises on purpose in the store. Not as much as I used to. I'm kind of tame the way that I'm used to be. But now it's just kind of like I don't really want to be here. I've turned into such a grumpy adult, a grumpy old man. I'm getting there. Like it's like I don't want to be here. When's fucking 7:00? I'm done with this. I'm not as lively as I used to be, I guess, at work. But I'm also not in a position. Sometimes if I come out of the bathroom or if turn the corner, I'm like, oh, like that's more. I guess maybe that's my Midwestern. It's like oh, like I do the oh kind of thing. Like I'm just gonna squeeze past you or whatever thing. I don't really like if I come out of the bathroom and someone's standing there, or if I come around the corner and I almost run into somebody, I'm like, oh, I kind of gasp. I don't really scream, I guess. I'm trying to think of any time that I actually did scream. I've screamed on purpose. Like I said, there was one time I think his name was Andrew. He was somebody who used to work the meat wall. We were we'd give each other a hard time, and we'd scare each other or whatever. And there was this one time I came up behind him. I was like, oh, I got my opportunity because he was turned the other way, and I jumped, and oh Jesus, I guess when I jumped, I must have sucked in a bunch of air, because when I came back down, I was like, ah! I wasn't even intending that, but that's what happened. Sometimes I surprise even myself, and that was definitely one of those times. I do the only time I can think of that I actually screamed. Which may be a time that I shouldn't have, and Mom told me to shh because it was when I was a teenager, and we lived out by the river. We lived at a house by the river, and I woke up and there was like people like knocking on our windows, and they were like, "Hey, we need to come in. We had a crash down the road, and people are hurt out here. Whatever, blah 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 blah." They just kept like going around the house and like knocking on the windows, you know. And it was just kind of a weird situation, But like I got up and I went to the bathroom, and when I came out, Mom was standing there in the fucking dark, because of course you don't want to turn the lights on or whatever. So there's these people like around the house, and then I come out of the bathroom, and in the dark there's a person standing in front of me. So I kind of went like and Mom's like shh, because I wasn't wanting them to hear me. She did call the cops, and I guess they did find a car down the road, but it wasn't. I don't know if it was crashed or just broke down or what. I don't know. But that's the only time I can really think of that like I actually screamed. Yeah, so that might have been the one and only time. I'm sure I had to have screamed at some other point in my life. I mean, I've gotten mad and screamed at people before. Just very, 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 very rarely. I mean, it has happened. And usually they deserve it when it happens. Maybe that'll be another question for another day. Like, who have you yelled at? But as far as, because it's Halloween, it's spooky month, we're supposed to, for one thing, I'm supposed to decorate, I know. And I'm like, oh shit, the month's already half over. What the fuck happened? It's the 16th. How? When? How? I don't know. Oh my goodness, I just don't know. But yeah, they're talking about like screamed and like even going through the haunted house or whatever. I didn't scream in the haunted house. I kind of like cringed maybe a few times. Like I said, when we went in that area that was dark, I just kind of like grabbed onto the person's shirt in front of me and like let them lead me through the dark. I don't know. Like I said, that's the only time I can remember like outwardly like. Because like I said, usually I just kind of like kind of gasp more than scream. I guess. But so I mean I had to have screamed in terror. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. That's the only time I can remember doing it. But I mean, I guess it's kind of one of those involuntary things, like, I mean, sometimes laughing at a joke, like you don't think about it. You're like, oh, that was funny. I should ha 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 ha. It just comes out of you. Like so. I'm sure like, I had to have screamed at something else since then. Maybe. I don't know. But there again, I'm not passionate about things. I'm not... What's all these things that we found out through the year of answering these questions? I don't have any goals. I don't have any dreams. I don't have any desires. I'm like, can I just exist? That's about it. I mean, a nice windfall of money would be nice and pay off everything that I owe. That would be pleasant, but other than that. So yeah, that's the only time I can think of that I have ever screamed. That recollects in my brain. If I've done it, if I've screamed at any other point in terror, I do not recall. So, sorry. It's my story, I'm sticking to it, I guess. But anyway, I'm gonna eat my beans and my vanilla choke. And that's about it. So I'm gonna get this uploading, And I'll see you tomorrow for more of this bullshit. And then for whatever else I see you.